The girl carefully tried to close the door, but suddenly a shark crashed it open and swam into the house. The shark slowly moved deeper inside. The girl was about to lose her strength and fall into the water. Worried about his sister, Jimmy rushed forward, just as she couldn't hold on any longer. Jimmy arrived in time and caught her. Earlier that day, the children were shocked to see floodwater rushing in outside the window. They told their father about the danger, but their unreliable dad thought they were just messing around, until the flood burst through the window. The powerful force knocked all of them to the ground. Luckily, their house was on higher ground. The water only rose beneath the table, and no one was hurt. But instead of finding a way to escape, the father started blaming the family, and even impulsively tried to drive out. The mother had no choice but to follow him. Meanwhile, the kids at home were shocked to see a shark swimming past outside. The parents had already opened the garage door. The mother suddenly felt something brush against her leg, but neither of them realized the danger. Just as the father tried to start the car, a shark suddenly appeared. Everything happened too fast. The children desperately banged on the window to warn them, but it was too late. The mother disappeared into the water. When the father rushed out to save her, it was already impossible. Jimmy saw the look in his father's eyes. He noticed his hesitation. Then it seemed like the father made a decision. He ran back into the garage, trying to escape in the car, but the shark in the water didn't let him go. The children stared at the garage for a long time. There was no movement inside. By now the water had risen to the tabletop. The children already understood what had happened. Jimmy realized the door hadn't been closed, so the girl went to shut it, but a shark had already entered the house. The kids didn't know what to do. They could only huddle together on a table, trying to figure out how to survive. Jimmy decided to take the risk and find some tools, but the others didn't agree with his plan. They argued until night fell, yet still had no solution. Jimmy kept trying to convince them. Just as their determination was building, their father suddenly stood up from the water, startling everyone. It turned out he had only fainted from his injuries, but Jimmy was furious at him. He questioned why he didn't save their mother, why he tried to escape alone. But the father kept defending himself, insisting he did nothing wrong, and even continued lecturing them. At that moment, one of the kids discovered a shocking truth. They were actually orphans adopted by this couple. They also learned the government gave the family $1,500 every month for them, yet the father treated them poorly. The family lived on steak, but the kids were only given bread. After learning the truth, the children were filled with anger. Jimmy got into a heated argument with his father. One girl stepped in to help and accidentally knocked the father into the water. They forgot there was still a shark inside the house. As the man struggled in the water, Jimmy seized the moment and jumped in. He swam down to the first floor and grabbed whatever he could from the fridge. Then he tried to take a shotgun from the wall, but moving in the water was too difficult, and the gun got stuck. He had no choice but to give up, but his clothes got caught on a hook. At that moment, the shark was drawn by the noise and swam toward the first floor. Thinking quickly, Jimmy spotted a can nearby. He threw it to make a noise. While the shark was distracted, he quickly swam away and grabbed a toolbox on the way. Jimmy made it back to the second floor and climbed onto the table. The shark followed him up. Luckily, it wasn't big enough to destroy the table, but the meat he grabbed from the fridge was raw beef. They couldn't eat it to maintain their strength. Fortunately, they discovered the toolbox contained explosives. The clever kids tied the explosives to the meat, planning to use it as bait. But after waiting for a long time, the shark didn't show up. To make the plan work, they deliberately made noise again, and quickly hid when the shark appeared. But Jimmy's clothes got caught on the hook again. The shark swam straight toward him. At the critical moment, Jimmy dodged just in time and escaped to safety. The shark was drawn to the raw meat in the water. The kids' plan worked. They defeated the shark. In the end, the smart children made their way to the garage. Luckily, the car still worked, and they managed to save themselves.